Hi folks, Dr. Marbali here. Welcome to Cancer Healing Vlogs. So talking about what are the work hours as a pathologist post your residency. It varies, of course, like any profession. There's no profession that has a fixed number of hours. It's very similar to what it would be for pretty much any general uh, profession, but at the same time medical field is something that we know that you can have like 36-hour shifts, and which is basically a call duty plus an additional half day or additional full day. In as a pathologist, usually if you are going to be not so when I say depends, we can look at it from the angle of if you're working in a corporate hospital, or you could be working in a teaching hospital as a assistant professor initially, and then as you as time passes by, you get promoted to associate professor and then professor, like that. That's over a period of years in the teaching line. Having done your residency, if you are doing your residency, you will have noticed this part is easy for us to figure out. From the corporate side, as I said, it is the well, as far as the timings of the corporate side, it is it can be an 8-hour shift, it can be a 10-hour shift, dependent on the field, or it could even be 12 hour. Generally histopathology, I have noticed, tends to be a little longer shift, although I'm not from the histopath side, so but I observe that in the few colleagues or a few hospitals that I've seen the work hours. um, of course, you can also choose to, as a pathologist, work additionally as part-time somewhere, so you may end up working somewhere apart from your main 8 or 10-hour shift. You may end up working for 2 hours at another lab, um, covering a certain time period, which is based on your shift. It's a morning shift or evening shift. It could be a 4-hour shift, 6-hour shift, so there are variations in that. So that's like the corporate side of it. Teaching side, it's as the hospital, so usually a 9 to 5 or a 8 to 6, depending on what field it is. um, what else from the work hours? If you pathology has a lot of business angle to it as well, so if you're setting up your own lab, or you are getting involved with uh, the management of the lab aspect, in partnership with someone, that may be at a later stage, or it may be initially, dependent on how much experience you have, how much finances you have to set up your own lab, and all those other aspects of it. Then you're an entrepreneur also, at the same time of being a doctor who's authorizing reports and working on the clinical aspect. So there the hours may be just morning till night, depend. I mean, again, it's person to person how they manage their business. Okay, if you're doing a fellowship, yes, that's another aspect where you may have uh, you know like pretty much the entire day. So there are fellowships where they make you either have like a 9 to 5 or like 8-hour 10-hour shift, but sometimes there can be fellowships which are very intensive as well, like a 12-hour shift or something like that. But usually nighttime duties are never there, so that's like a good news for people who are considering that as something that they don't want in their uh, career as a doctor, because as doctors we know that having night shifts and uh, that kind of a work duties are usually the things we deal with. But during residency, yes, you can face that. You probably have, but post MD, I mean, I have not really seen that. Of course, again, exceptions are always there in certain specific posts that are there. um, there are these I don't have much knowledge about it, but there are these posts where people are also working for these companies that provide the equipment for the labs. So you are as a consultant for them, and you end up traveling certain regions of the country, and then of course the hours are, I'm assuming, going to be dependent on your travel time and how so you go to the, I don't know much details about these kind of jobs. Apparently they pay well also, but you of course you need to be interested in that travel aspect of it, and you will not be dealing with authorizing reports there. You will be dealing with what I've understood, helping the training of the the pathology department, that you, different departments that you go and you train them about that equipment, that machine from that company. Perhaps you even may support the staff of that company, so that train them as to the clinical aspect that they need to know. So that maybe, that opens a whole different type of work hours. There I'm assuming also probably 8 hour work might be there, but yeah, there's that travel aspect in that as well. Okay, I think that's pretty much what would cover the entire the work timings that generally you would expect. So not very different from a regular corporate timings. So that's one thing unique about pathology. Otherwise, any other field, if you say, work hours are usually in the medical field are much longer. But then again, who's to stop you from working as long as you wish to? If you want to work like as hard as you want and as long as you want, that's totally up to you, and whatever you find as quality work. And so wish you all the best for that. Say where, live itself, like and subscribe. Cheers.